videos because everyone's like, it's the most amazing thing ever. And then everyone keeps asking him questions and he's like, it's the same fucking questions every time. So we're just going to document it. And now when Ravi gets the same question, you go, just watch the video.
I'll say buy Jeff's course.
Just buy Jeff's course or Ravi's course, right? So we need like a cool name for this. So is there like an end result in particular that you got from like the 5-minute steps to getting 10 appointments a week, something like that?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, to be honest with you. That literally like the 5-minute steps to getting, 10 appointments a week. That's fine. That's pretty much it. It's literally getting, damn, you're a good copywriter. You should work in marketing. But it's literally, that's what it is. Like, I couldn't think of a better way. That you've never heard of. That's what I like, that you've never heard of. You know what I mean?
Oh, no. That you've never heard of with this one expert secret. Yeah. All right. So the way that these end up working is that I'm just going to take an F ton of notes. Like, you're just going to talk. And we'll kind of like see what happens from there. I guess, right? We've got some questions like in the post and all that, but I figured we put that to the end and then people here can ask questions and stuff like that. But yeah, just like talk to me about Ravi videos, this whole process, all that fun stuff, right?
Sure. So, and, stop me whenever. And if there's a question that's relevant to whatever we're talking about, stop me too. I love to talk, so I'll just go on forever.
Got it.
But essentially, so Ravi method, in case anyone's like, I know you just had a new batch of people inside of IC, but it's essentially sending personalized videos to Facebook pages predominantly in order to get business or in order to get a response, really, because everything's step-by-step process. So it's really, really basic, but I think the power is in both the video and in the follow-up of it as well. And I think people kind of freak out and ask way too many questions, and we'll go over like the basic structure of how to do it and what to say in the message and in the video. But I think people get hung up on that a little too much, and they look for that perfection kind of, I have to make sure everything's perfect, the lighting's right, I'm asking the right question, you know what I mean, 100 different things, but done always beats perfection 10 times out of 10. And so that's kind of the motto that I follow. So this applies to a few new things. I'm actually going to throw in a little bit of golden nuggets here that I don't think a lot of people know that I've actually learned implementing the Ravi method and a few other kind of scenarios that have been killer for me recently. And I'll drop that near kind of closer to the end. But so this is the Ravi method in the heart of it, right? So essentially, there's a few different ways to find businesses to target. Number one, you're getting targeted by the business on your own Facebook page or your Instagram account. And a lot of people ask me these questions, right? So how do I get targeted by them? Why am I not getting targeted by them? I'm in a small town that doesn't have any businesses like that. My answers to that question are this. Number one, if you're niche down already, start going to pages and liking pages related to your niche. Start commenting to pages related to your niche. Start sharing things related to your niche. If you don't want to do that on your personal profile, maybe like create another Instagram handle. I do that actually for my e-commerce stores. I will create a different Instagram handle that has to do exactly with my niche related. That way, every ad that I get targeted, I'm actually getting targeted by that niche. And that's kind of how you start figuring out, you to Facebook algorithm, you're interested in that niche. And so you're going to be targeted by people in that niche. So that's one way to do it, is being targeted by them. A second method to do it is to actually go to specific business owners' pages. So actually business pages, and they just now do the Facebook info and ads button, which is a godsend to a lot of people. Also, it, I think, fucked a lot of people up. But essentially what that means is you can go to any business page on Facebook right now, and you can click on the bottom left-hand corner. There's a button underneath about, comments, reviews. There's a button that says info and ads. And you click on it and you can see if they're running any ads, the current ads that they're running. And you can use that as kind of an audit as well, as a method or a reason to reach out to people. And to be 100% honest with you, they don't necessarily have to know that you did it that way. You could tell them that you were targeted by it. You know what I mean? They don't have to know that you were spying on them on the back end. You can if you want to. It doesn't really matter. But that's another method to do it, is to literally go on the info and ads of either people you want to work with, people that you've met at business conferences or at a meetup, people that's a friend's parents of you, that's already friends of you on Facebook, people that you know really need your help, or you know how easy it would be if there's like a gym or a chiro. So those are people you can kind of target doing that. I always say go more towards people that are already running ads, because they know the power of Facebook advertising, and they have some marketing budget. That being said, obviously, like 80% of businesses, especially small businesses, don't ever run ads. So that's not necessarily steadfast and true. However, I always try to aim for people that are already spending money on marketing dollars. Another method that I use is and this is actually probably one of my favorite ones, I have a P.O. box here in town because I sell drugs. And
they just send checks made out to cash, right? That's what.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Yeah, Facebook advertising is what we're using it. But essentially, what it is that I have a PO box, and it's really fantastic because I'm pretty much like, I don't have any kind of profiling or anything because it's a PO box, so I just get sent so much mail and like shit mail and direct response marketing all the time. And I take the ones that I think are interesting, that are either in my niche, or that I think are interesting, or that I think are shit. And I'll also go look at billboards. I'll take a video of a billboard or a screenshot of me standing next to a billboard. I drove up to Atlanta recently and stopped by, and like my girlfriend was getting real pissed off at me, but I was stopping by every time I saw like a billboard. That I'm in real estate predominantly, but I would literally stop by and see billboards with real estate agents on here. I'm like, I took a video, I had her take a picture of me next to it for me to use whenever we got somewhere, and I could be like in like a loom, which I'll show you guys in a little bit, be like, hey, this is the actual thing. You're spending money on this kind of marketing, and it's absolute shit. You don't know who, if you've been in Dan Henry's course, the billboard is like your fucking golden nugget. When people are doing that, they're spending thousands of dollars already, and how you can help them. So I do that with mail. I do that with billboards, and obviously advertising on Facebook. And then another method that you can figure out people to target is going to be, go into these third-party sites. Like I do Zillow or Realtor.com, Groupon. Also, if you're part of like a BNI or a Chamber of Commerce, they usually have a list of people that are spending money on that. If people are spending money to be in the Chamber of Commerce and BNI, obviously they want to grow their business. That's the whole point of it. I'm sure you guys can name off 100 different sites. There's specific sites for specific industries that you're in as well. I don't know if there's one for car washes, Jeff, but
there is a car wash Getty, like it's like a conference, and I swear it's the weirdest group of people I've ever seen. Like their promo videos look like a third grader dropped in like iMovie, like they have transitions. I'm like, man, fine, all right, you're getting but whatever, yeah.
And you love it, right? I love when people target me with shitty stuff. I love it. I'm just like, oh man, because if they're doing it right, none of us would have a job. So I love when they do it off. I'm like, oh, this will be perfect. I can rip this one a new one. And then also like conferences that you go to, like for your specific industry as well. So, if you meet someone at a conference, and I literally just was at the gym. I was just telling Jeff, I was at the gym trying to work on my health a little more, and met a guy there, and we just were talking about headphones, and then I asked what he did, just like Jeff teaches at a BNI meeting. He asked what I did because I knew that was a law of reciprocity. I told him I work with realtors. I knew he was a realtor, and you exchange information. I left the gym while I was leaving the gym with my headphones in. I sent him a selfie video, and I was like, hey, listen, Brandon, it was a pleasure meeting you today, man. I sent him a link to the headphones that we were talking about. I also sent him a link to my website. And I was like, look, I'd love to grab lunch sometime this week. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Boom. You know what I mean? Just like that. So the rubbing method doesn't necessarily have to be just on Facebook, but the idea is sending video messages. Video kills in 2018. There's really no other better way to sell. And custom video, like webinars are great, obviously. VSLs are fantastic. But if you can do a custom video, that's obviously going to beat everyone out 10 times out of 10. So I've gone pretty much how to find the people to target right now. So running ads, they might not be running ads. You're getting targeted. You go to their business page. The people you want to work with, you've met before. The actual method now is going to be, once you find those people, what I typically do is I start on their Facebook business messenger. And what I'll do is there's a really fantastic Google Chrome extension called Loom. Loom. And what it is essentially it takes about 2 seconds to download and 2 seconds to start. And you can create a screen share on your screen, obviously, and you can either do just the screen, or you can have the option where it's like a little circle with your pretty little face in the bottom left, and you can move it around, or you can also do it so it's just you completely, like right now on this side here. And so I typically like to do it so that it's the screen share and then me in the bottom, so it's a little more personable and they can see my face. So it's not just like, you know, they think that a robot's talking to them. So also I just love seeing me. So I pretty much have that and me in the bottom corner, and I shoot them a quick video. First thing I pop up, I say, hey, what's going on? In this video, I'm going to show you why this ad sucks, or why you're losing money doing this billboard. Or in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how someone with a business exactly like yours, I brought them $10,000 in revenue last month. I typically, just like you guys see in YouTube videos and in any good hook, any kind of good VSL, before you going, hey, what's going on? My name is Jeff, and I crush the car wash niche, and also I have a Facebook group, and I'm handsome. I usually want to get right off the bat, you want to say, listen, this is what I'm going to do for you right away. Because business owners don't have a lot of time, and you need to get to the point right away so they can eat up the rest of your content. So tell them what you're exactly going to do in that video and make it polarizing. I'd say, I'm going to show you why your ad sucks. And they're going to be like, all right, this guy's a cocky asshole. Let me listen to the end of this. So you want to
he's a cocky asshole, and I'm going to listen to it.
Exactly. And that's the great thing. And that Russell Brunson talks about it with the hero storyline too. You know, he's like, and I was reading somewhere else like about this whole Nike thing. It was like, if you haven't pissed off at least a few people by noon, you're probably not making any money. So that's really what you need to think about. And so don't be disrespectful, but be like, you could say it in a fun way, but you want to catch their attention. And so I say that, and then I say, my name is Ravi Wavala. I run a Facebook ads agency specializing in realtors or in car washes or in chiropractors. So I have a lot of experience in this industry, and I just got targeted by this ad, or I saw this billboard, or you gave me this mail in the thing, and I'll hold up the picture of me with the billboard, or I'll screen share it on there. I'll hold up the piece of mail so they know it's legitimate. You can research numbers on what people are spending in billboards in your area. You can call them up. Like I do that sometimes too. I called up someone the other day here and figured out someone was spending $3,500 on a billboard. And, you know, I was like, hey, I called this number. I saw you spending $3,500 on a billboard. I'm just curious, like, I don't think you're getting any direct measurable results from that. That's really brand awareness. That's not necessarily what I do. I do specific direct response marketing, meaning because of what I do or because of Facebook ads, you can know that that person came in. And then I'll just do a little mini audit, right? Okay, so what you have on the billboard, that's really great. But to be honest with you, I would probably actually throw that on a Facebook ad because there's 2-3 billion people on it every single month. And, you know, if you guys really want to, this is me talking to you guys. If you guys really want to like take it to the next level, this is what I do personally, I will go in my business manager. I have an account called Test, and I will create a test ad set, a test campaign, and a test ad. And then I'll go to ClickFunnels and create a test landing page. And I'll literally say, you know, I saw you guys doing this. I would actually do it this way instead. Screenshot of the exact ad I would use, screenshot of the exact targeting I would use, screenshot of the exact landing page I would use. Now, realistically, a lot of us still don't use landing pages, lead forms, but in my opinion, people are a little more impressed when they see like a website with their logo on it and all that stuff than just a landing page that seems like you worked really hard on it. So that's a little longer and a little more in-depth, but for me, my response rate on that is incredibly higher than just like pointing out what they did wrong. I just try to take it a step further. I'm always trying to stay ahead of the game. And it just shows that you care, right? It literally shows that you went out of your way. And if you're in a specific niche or industry, it should take you not even 30 seconds to replace whatever, like I just replaced whatever listing that this person was posting and whatever website what I had before and the pictures, and I'm done. It takes me 3.5, 4 minutes. And it just shows you give a shit, and you already have like a campaign built out for them already.
Makes it an easy, yes, here's money and run it.
Exactly. Literally, that's what it is. You're like, yeah. And they're like, oh, and they could, and everyone asks me, I get this a lot. Yeah, really, but what if they take that money and they do it themselves? Okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like, then I don't want to work with them anyway if they think they can do it themselves. They're not going to do it as well as what we do it, and they're not going to do it as well as we do it, and they're not going to integrate the 4 or 5 different softwares that we use to be able to make it all happen. They're not going to have the follow-up sequence in place. So don't worry about that, guys. There's like hundreds and hundreds of millions of small businesses in the world. Tell your brain to shut the fuck up and literally just do it. You're coming up with reasons why not to do it. I love that Jeff always talks about having like, the ancient brain and evolution and all that. It's so true. And I wake up in the morning, do the exact same thing. Like, When I used to do cold calls, you can't, if you wait more than 5 seconds to do something, your brain's going to tell you not to do it. So you literally have to act then.
Cool. So just kind of in summary, what you're doing is you're finding people, businesses, etc., either on Facebook in person, getting your billboards, getting the Val packs, or just like random mail that you get, and using that as an opportunity to really send a video message, which is really like that next step in like technology and evolution. And when you're sending a video message, it's much easier to build a real, genuine connection that exchanges emails, right? And so what you're doing is the second you have that, by either going to their page, getting targeted, going to info and ads, or a billboard, or a piece of mail, or whatever, you're using that opportunity to send a video message directly to their page. And what you do is you say, hey, my name is Jeff, and I want to say that, like, I'm going to show you 3 quick things I would do to fix your ad. By the way, I took a look at your billboard. I called the guy, got a quote for $3,500. I'm not sure if that's what you're paying, but I don't think you're getting direct measurable results. Here's 4 or 5 changes I would make to your billboard ad to get you better results. And by the way, if I were doing your marketing, here's exactly what I would do. Test campaign, test ad set, test click funnels. What does that take? Like 5 minutes to set up. That's about right, correct?
That's 100% correct. And even slip in there, like, instead of saying, if I were going to do this, I would do this for you. If you have proven results, be like, yeah, actually this dentist or this gym down the road, this is exactly what I did for them. And I got them 100 new people at their gym last month. So that way they know, okay, this guy is not just full of shit. He has results. So you don't have to take them into your exact funnel that you did it. And you don't have to give away the whole secret sauce if you don't want to. But instead of saying, this is what I would do, say, this is what I did and already produced these results. That way they know it's a proven method, rather than like, okay, so what if you do it that way? How do I know that it's going to work? And that's just what happens if you have results. If you don't have results, don't let that hold you back once again.
Gotcha. At the price of your billboard. All right, so that's like an extra add-on or something like that, right?
Yeah, I always try to throw in, like anywhere else, testimonials and results, they sell. So I always just try to somewhere in there. And at my point in my business, I have a bunch of results. And so I can literally be able to say, oh yeah, this is what I did instead and got huge results for my client.
Gotcha. All right. What I'm trying to imagine, oh wait, so I've got Loom right here. So for anybody watching, you should be able to see my screen. So I have the thing installed. You can see, like, this is how it looks. I'm not recording yet, but literally just my face in the bottom left. I can click start recording, and I can choose my whole screen or application window. And then from there, it's literally just recording my screen. And so now I can talk, speak, click, interact, all that stuff, open up a new tab. And when I've successfully communicated correctly without being like totally an idiot, I can then either click pause and enjoy it, or if I'm done and I'm satisfied, I click the then it gives me a link. Now I have a recorded message that I can send to anybody that plays just like a YouTube video. Is that about right?
Yes, sir. And in addition to all this, number one, another great thing about Loom is it's not just your I know it's a Chrome extension. It's not just your window browser. You can switch over to your desktop screen. Say you have a picture of you with that billboard, like, and you want to blow that up as big as possible, or like, you know, a picture of you holding the direct mail, or a picture of you inside of their restaurant or whatever. I blow that up. I do that. I used to do that when I had restaurants. I would do a picture of me inside. I'm a little narcissistic, so I take a lot of pictures of myself. But essentially, it sells though, and it shows that you care. So it'll let you go from your window, your Chrome, to your desktop screen, and you can show the picture, and then you can go back to Chrome, and it'll record that whole transition.
Gotcha. And so say that somebody has followed all this, and they end up with like a really great Ravi video, right? Then they just send it to it, copy and paste. Do they intro it? What does that text look like? What's their next step?
Sure. So, and this is the part that I know this is also another point that a lot of people ask me. So a few different ways to do it. I try to keep the videos under 3 minutes, and I know that seems like a short amount of time, but if you've ever recorded a video, 3 minutes seems like forever. So I try to keep it under 3 minutes because I can actually embed that video inside my Facebook Messenger. And that there's whenever we can show it later, but like when you record a video, there's a button on the right that says copy link, and on the bottom left, it says download. And you can download that and then just take it from your Chrome and put it in the Facebook Messenger. And that way they don't have to leave, just like Facebook lead ads work so well. They don't have to natively leave Facebook. Everything is right there inside of it. And so I do that predominantly most of the time. Now, that being said, if it's a longer video, and see you later, Jack. I just saw that. If it's a longer video, and it doesn't fit in the embed, then I will do one of two things. I will take the copy Loom link and put it in there. And that's really fantastic because Loom will alert you when somebody views your video. And so that's a great way to follow up. So like in the Facebook Messenger, when you put it on there and you embed the video, if they've seen the message, you can kind of guess that they've probably seen the video. If you put the link in there, they've seen the message, then Loom will notify you when you've seen the video. And there's also a third method, which I don't use too much because I just try to bust these out as many as possible. But there's also an idea behind this that you can upload it into YouTube and download, put it in YouTube and then make it unlisted and copy a link from that and put that in Facebook Messenger. Reason being, people are much more comfortable opening a YouTube link than a Loom link because the majority of the population, especially business owners, doesn't know what Loom is. I really haven't had an issue with that ever. But could be different for different industries. Like everything else, not everything's the same.
This is if the off chance that their video is over 3 minutes. So this isn't like a suggested route that like Justin thinks, right?
Exactly. If you can, like, I don't know what the number is, it's a certain megabytes. But if you can download it and put it in the Facebook Messenger, then I would 100% do that 10 times out of 10 because you just want to make it just like Facebook ads, it auto plays and you want to make it as easy as possible for them to look at it. I don't know if you can do captions on Loom. That'd be cool. But yeah, I think it is like 30 or 25 or 30 megabytes or something like that. Yeah, so I would 100% do the download it and put it in the Messenger first. And then if that doesn't work, then you can do either the Loom link, which I like because it lets you know when someone views it, or the YouTube link because of the familiarity with YouTube. So, next question. Go ahead, sorry.
So download the video. There's an option inside of Loom that I didn't go to. You can download the video, put it on your desktop, and then go in your Messenger and upload the video. And then if it's small enough, it'll play. So it's your first option and probably like the best option. The second is then copying and pasting Loom link directly into Messenger. And then third, which is really not suggested, upload it into YouTube. And the reason why I think, Ravi, you don't suggest it is because if it's over 3 minutes, the chances of them watching it are really low. They're not going to get the message. You're sending too much information. It'll just be confusion. They won't convert. So sticking to under 3 minutes is best. And you can probably download the video and upload Messenger, and it'll play just like any other video, right?
Yeah, and the other reason and so sometimes long form video will be better. Maybe you have a lot of value to give. Maybe it's like your second follow-up touch point. And maybe like there's a million reasons why I could go longer. Obviously shorter is better, but the real reason I don't like YouTube is because you got to shoot it on Loom. You got to click the check mark on Loom. Then you got to go to the Loom. You got to copy the link in Loom or download the video from Loom. Then you got to upload it to YouTube. Then you got to wait for it to process and upload. Then you got to download it or copy the link from YouTube, then go back to Facebook Messenger. And it's like, holy shit, you're spending so much time doing all of this. And the whole idea of this is it takes so little time to do. So in that whole time I'm doing all that, I could have shot another video. And another video is a potential $3,000 for me. So for me, it's like, I'd rather just blow these out here and then not worry about
it. Done is better than perfect.
Exactly. Boom. That's literally the motto I live my life by, which I don't always follow.
Is this like most of it, or is there like Ravi extras or something like that, or Ravi extras?
Yeah, there will be. Are you talking about in the whole Ravi method?
Yeah.
Yeah, there will be. There's probably just a few more things I want to tell you, and then there's a little bonus that I just started doing too that I've really gotten great results from that I haven't told anybody else yet. That is exclusive for Jeff Miller's Inner Circle. Anyway, so the other big thing is what do you say in the actual message when you send it? Once again, don't overthink this when you're sending it with the video. Like, what do you say? Do you just shoot the video? Don't overthink it. Split test different things. I typically say, hey, did you see this? Or, hey, saw your ad and thought this would be helpful. Or check this out. It's like almost the exact same subject lines as cold emails because it is kind of a cold email. And the whole point of a subject line of a cold email is to get them to open the body. So the whole point of the subject line in this message is to get them to watch your video. So literally, quick question, have you seen this? Someone told me this. This could be better. I thought this would be helpful. What are some of the other ones I use? Check out my pretty face. No, I don't use that one.
Look at my face. Okay,
yeah. I think that's pretty much all the ones that I use. Don't overthink it. Literally just, you can send the video by itself, but usually I like to send something with it as well.
Okay.
Perfect. Awesome. And then I'll just quickly cover the other few things. Number one, follow-up, right? So say you send the video and you haven't heard anything back. Well, let's first say if you have heard something back, you should pretty much know your sales cycle and how it works. If you have heard something back, I would, as soon as possible, transition this into a phone call or a meeting in person. If they ask you what's the price for this, just say, to be honest with you, Mr. Business Owner, my prices vary. I do custom packages for each of my clients. And it would be just a lot easier if I could hop on a call and figure out your problems, you know, goals and desires in the next 6 months. And I'd be able to quote you a little more accurately there. And if they say, oh, well, I need to know the price before you continue, you're just like, well, I'm sorry, I can't do that. And at that point, it's like a FOMO thing. And they're like, I've had that all the time. Like, oh, actually, you know what? Let's hop on a phone call. So I just say something like that. If they're there, I try to get them on a phone call. That's pretty much the whole goal of doing the Rovi video or any kind of outreach is get them on a phone call. Now let's go back to the other part of it, which is what if they don't respond? What if they don't respond? So typically if it's somebody I really want, say it's someone that like I know has a lot of money, or even not, I will friend request them on Facebook. If they're younger, like their personal Facebook, I'll look up the owner. I'll friend request them on Facebook. If they're younger, I'll look up them on Instagram. I have a good LinkedIn. I'll look at them up on LinkedIn. And I'll connect with them across every single channel that I can possibly connect with them. I'll go to their website, and if they have a submit a form, I'll submit a form there. I will find their email from website or from LinkedIn. So the goal is to get as many channels as possible. And so first day, you send it on Facebook Messenger. And if you see that they've seen it and they haven't responded back, I'll usually shoot a message back later on that night, be like, hey, just wanted to know what your thoughts are. Have you seen that? A few hours later, if you have time. If not, do the day next. 24 hours after that, what I'll do is actually go on their personal Facebook page and shoot them a message. Try to make sure that you're friends with them first, so that a lot of the times, like for me, I get all these like messages that people don't friend request me first. I don't have time. I'm sure Jeff has the same thing. I don't have time to look at all of them. And you don't really get the same notification on it. Right. So I try to become friends with them on Facebook first. Then I send them a message like, hey, Jeff, I actually sent you a video on your personal page or your business page. I hadn't heard a response yet, so I thought I'd just send it in here. And every single time I'm linking back to the video, If I don't hear anything from their personal page, I will then go to their LinkedIn profile. I'll reconnect with them on LinkedIn. And I'll say, hey, Mr. Business Owner, sent you a message on your Facebook business or on this business page in your personal profile. I haven't heard from you yet, so I thought I'd just follow up on LinkedIn. Send them a video in LinkedIn. Then if you still haven't heard anything back, I will go find their email address from either LinkedIn or their website and send them an email. All of these are usually 24 hours later. Send them an email and say, hey, Mr. Business Owner, I sent you a message on this, this, and this. So I hadn't heard back. I just want to know what were your thoughts were on this or why you aren't responding so I can get some good feedback. Just message me back whenever you get a chance. I still don't hear anything back, and this is for the real go-getters. I will pick up the phone and call these people. A lot of times, if you are connected with people on LinkedIn, you can get all of their personal contact information. There's a little contact info, so I'll call that. Or I will go on their website and call their business, or I'll Facebook Messenger audio them. Yep. And this might seem like a lot, guys, but realistically, it's going to take you just a few minutes. And realistically, in today's day and age, there's so many beeps and bops and boops that you got to come across from different channels, and people check different things more regularly. And so it just is how bad you want to do it. So you can do one of these, you can do 3 of these, you can keep it all on Facebook Business Messenger if you want to. Just for me, if they're not checking Business Messenger, they still haven't responded back after I already sent them 2-3 messages. Obviously, they're not going to respond on Business Messenger. I just try to find a different channel. Gotcha. So it just depends on how much work you guys are willing to put in there. If it's like a big whale for you, like some of these people for me, like I just signed like the 11th number 11 real estate agent in the United States, and I got him because I literally was going through every single channel, texting him, sending him video messages, and I bothered the hell out of him. And so eventually,
like from the day you sent that first video message and this particular real estate agent, was it like 72 hours until you finally found the right channel? A week until you like? When did you respond?
So for him, it was almost 3 weeks, if I'm being 100% transparent. And I was doing it every day, every 2 days, like literally across his Facebook broker profile, his Facebook personal profile, LinkedIn. I got his text message from LinkedIn, call him. Like, dude, I wanted this so badly. And so I just did it as many. And he literally just did not respond to any of them, but I could see that he was seeing them. And so I knew that he had watched it. And so I just kept on doing it. And eventually he's like, all right, let's have a fucking phone call. And I was like, all right. And you just got to realize, guys, like, I know this may seem like you're bothering this person. What you need to realize is the only way you're going to be successful is if you believe in what you're selling and you believe you're helping other people. And so the truth is that if you believe that you can help them, they don't know that you can help them yet. And you need to get the chance to be able to tell them how you can help them. I really know that I can change people's lives by my business and by my services. Like, I can make them extra $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month working with me. And I know I can deliver that. And so,
who's that? All right, go on.
I know I can deliver that. And so I'm just like, listen, give me a freaking chance on the phone and let me tell you why I can change your life.
Yeah.
So you just really have to believe in yourself in that. If you're afraid, then, sales isn't for you. I don't mean that to be mean, but you just really got to believe that you can help your people, if that makes sense.
Interesting. Very, very cool. Was there more?
Yeah, just the last thing that I just wanted to kind of drop in here. That's just like kind of the golden nugget that I haven't said anywhere yet, and it's going to be in my course. But it kind of follows up on the Ravi method, but I always use video for everything. Like text messages, that's how you can practice sending text messages to your friends, but text messages, emails, Facebook messages, LinkedIn. I send video for everything. And this is where I started using it, that it started really changing my game even more than it already was in Facebook groups. When I'm dropping like knowledge or info or something like that in a Facebook group, or I see someone commenting on a post or someone posts a post, instead of just being that same person that puts some text and you try to provide value with text and everyone's just going to glance over it, I will shoot a selfie video and I'll respond to that person. My comment is the video, 2 minutes long. I'll give them as much information as humanly fucking possible. And just imagine if you're scrolling down a feed of these questions and you see you stop because there's just this much real estate taken up by your face. They're going to click on that video. And it seems like a simple thing, but I'm not seeing anybody else doing it in literally any groups. And it has changed my game completely. And people are reaching out to me, hey, I saw your video. That was so cool. I've never seen anyone shoot video like that. Then I'll shoot them a video back when they message me on Facebook. Hey, listen. And then,
oh my God, he did it.
Yeah, exactly. And I try to find something on their page that I relate to, like that they're doing or something like that. I'll literally find if they're swimmers or they're in Florida, like, hey, how's the weather in Florida or wherever, North Carolina. And I'll do it that way and try to communicate with them that way. Once again, always trying to get on a phone call with them. And so literally in comments, in groups, or in posts, or anywhere you want to go, putting a video instead of words, you will see the crazy responses that you get from it because nobody else is doing it, just like nobody else is really doing this little kind of Ravi method thing as well.
So just for everybody watching, he literally takes his phone, opens up his camera, films his answer, and then saves it to his phone, manually attaches that to a comment. And Facebook doesn't make it as easy as you think. You have to record it first and then attach it, right? But doing that process will make you more comfortable getting used to talking to a camera, which apparently is a totally different skill set than having a conversation with a person.
Oh God.
And all of a sudden, your video skills, your video report are going to shoot through the roof. Because at first you're doing it with your friends and your family, right? And then you're doing it to comments. The opportunity for messing up is that spectrum mess up is okay.
Sure.
Once you've done that 3, 4, or 5 times, now you can do videos. Guess what? You're just setting them out time and time again.
But people love authenticity. So if you mess up, just roll with it. You're not supposed to be perfect. The whole point of this is that you're being a real person and you're just showing them how it is. You don't want it to be edited and scripted and have a professional camera. You literally just want to record it. Once again,
No, everyone's on mute. Where's that coming from?
I just saw it too. I forget who it was. Anyway, they left maybe.
Okay.
But essentially, I forgot what I was saying. Damn, that just took.
You want to be a featured and flawed human being.
Exactly, that's what I love when Jeff says it, and I tell that to my clients too. You want a featured and flawed. Yeah, I love those wordings. You literally want to show them that you're a regular person. That's why selfie videos work really well. And once again, go back to Jeff saying the brain thing. When I shoot a video, I'm at the point now, I don't review it because I know I'm going to figure out something that I did wrong in it, and I know I'm going to find something that I want to change, and I'll just send it before I have an option to look at anything, dude. And maybe I fuck up, but I don't care because I'll figure out a reason why I messed up. So I literally do not review my videos anymore. And so everyone asks me to review their videos. Yes, I'd be happy to do it, and I do it, but personally, I'm just like, boom, send it out. Let's go to the next one.
Gotcha. And I think using that process, just sending, like you've gone through enough like yourself video training to where you're comfortable with it, but doing that send process, like let's say you spend, and I think what you do is like, you do like 40 minutes of Robbie videos, right? And if you get used to just sending without editing, you can do what, 30 Ravi videos in 45 minutes. And that's potential appointments, and the amount of money that you make is determined by the number of appointments that you set.
100%.
So that's the kind of process. Do we have time to go into Q&A?
Yes, we do. And before we do, I just want to do a little kind of section here, some notes at the end that I just want to say that I've experienced, right? Number one, to be 100% transparent, I do not think that the Ravi video works as well for medical industries as it does for almost every other industry. That being, the doctors are typically not the ones running the Facebook Business Messenger. So if you're the one that you're targeting a medical industry, and I've learned this just from like some of my students and some of the like, you know, other people I know, if you're doing it in the thing, I would still follow all these methods, except for make sure you hound that follow-up where you're going on LinkedIn, you're going on email, you're doing it that way, because the chances of that doctor seeing that are slim. It's usually their cousin or their niece or their gatekeeper who's literally paid to keep you away from them. So in medical niche, I would say do not do it that way. And then the other kind of little caveat I wanted to say was that I forget, but just shoot these. I literally forget what it was. It was something, but we can go into Q&As now. But anyway, just do them. Like literally just do them and send them. Oh, like Jeff said, practice these videos. I send it every single time I'm sending to somebody. I send a video to them now. Practice with your friends, practice with your family. Then when I get off the phone with potential clients and they're not 100% in yet, boom, an hour later, this is a Grant Cardone, I'm in a sales training university. An hour after you get off the phone call, send them a video. Hey, what's going on, Jeff? Listen, just wanted to say it was a pleasure talking with you today. I really enjoyed learning about something that you wrote down because you were paying attention on the phone call with them. I really love learning that you're growing your Facebook group into 100,000 people by the end of the year, and I would love to help you do that. Anyway, I want you to enjoy the weekend. Look forward to speaking to you on this day. Yeah. Boom, just like that. Follow-up messages when there's videos, those are money makers too. And I'll do that maybe like once a day until I'm literally about to do it when we get off this call here and send a few to some people that didn't close with me yesterday because I don't know why, honestly, but
it's super smart. So the training you've gone through, you're going through the Grant Cardone, right? Are there any ones you're going through right now?
Besides the wonderful Jeff Miller Inner Circle.
Because like it's a promo, but I'm saying if somebody wants to like follow your path, right?
Yeah, so I would say yes, number one, Grant Cardone Sales Training University. That is probably the biggest thing for me. Number two is I don't really know where I got this from. It's just like a combination of different methods that I've gotten through the years in different courses. Like I would just say it doesn't have to be Grant Cardone's training, but like find somebody killing it in sales, pay them money to figure out what they're doing that's different, and learn from them. I think that's the best way that I do it, and I always tell everyone that. But there's not really a specific method I took, and I pretty much gave you guys enough info here. Is this something that you can scale past $50,000 a month or $30,000 a month? Maybe not, right? Because like this is not necessarily like the outreach where you have it all. Maybe at that point you're having a sales team doing it. But as far as like quick and easy wins, like if I have a goal, revenue goal that month that I'm trying to hit, and like I want to get some more money, I know that if I send Ravi videos out, I'm going to be making more money 100%. And you can have, I actually 100% transparency. I have virtual assistants do a lot of follow-up for me as well. So like these like Facebook email stuff like that, since they're literally just typing and putting the link in there, I actually have them do it all for me and they have access to my accounts. So that's a little advanced training, but that's just so I make sure it's getting done because I'm lazy.
10 to 15 and Ravi BAs do the single sentence follow-up.
Exactly, because you've already done the work, the content side. They just need to do the posting side.
So after you get off the phone with an unsure client, you just shoot the video immediately, send it to the VA, and an hour later the VA does it.
No, that I actually do personally. Like once I'm on the phone with somebody, like I'm not that big yet where it's like I can't. I'm hiring salespeople right now, but yeah, you like that, huh?
Yet, Jeff, give me.
I'm saying give me 30 more days, Jeff. But no, I actually do it personally because they got off the phone with me and it's from my phone and I text it to them. Like whatever phone call we just commented on, I literally text it. An hour later, I'll just text it to them.
Very cool. Couple questions from the Facebook group. So Chris Trinity says, could you show us how to deliver videos to prospect, email, messenger, etc.? And you did. Like, you are literally just like either embedding it or doing the video or something to that effect, right?
Yes, sir.
It's not as hard as you think. Once you've done it 1, 2, or 3 times, then you know exactly what to do and how to do it. HD says, I'd like to know how to prospect for the right Facebook pages and messengers. You've already talked about that, like info and ads, walking around town, people that you know in person, all that stuff like that. Which indicators do you look out for to see which businesses to create Robbie videos? And I guess that's with the info and ads and things like that, right?
Yeah, just like I always go for people that are already spending money in some form of advertising, online, Google AdWords, billboards, direct marketing, because you know they have a marketing budget. And I'm at the point where I don't want to waste time with people trying to convince them to spend money on marketing, because like that's just an extra hurdle you have to do. So I look for people that are already spending money somewhere and in some form on advertising.
Yeah, it's much easier to reallocate a budget than it is to create a budget. Yeah.
100%. Well said. Well said.
HD says, how do you get them from messenger conversation to schedule call? So let's say you send the Robbie video and somebody replies back, then you say, great, let's get on the phone. Like, is there a specific term you use, or is it simply like, let's talk, right?
Well, I pretty much just feel out whatever they message back to me. I'll usually try to include that in the message back to them. If they say a specific part of the video, I'm like, I'd love to walk you through, like, actual targeting on a phone call or something like that. So you're literally going to let them know that the value that they're getting on the phone call is the answer to their question. But pretty much, like, typically a lot of questions I get, the good responses are, how much does it cost? Which I kind of already covered. You're literally like, listen, I can't quote you, because you never quote on a thing, because they'll just say no without you there to kind of, to handle the objections. So never, ever give people price. And if they want the price, like, I'm sorry, that's just not how I do business. And just, so what? Another objection I get is, or another kind of thing that I get is, what else do I get? Okay, but how do I know this will work for me? And I'm like, yeah, listen, honestly, I specialize in this industry, or this industry is really, really lucrative on Facebook. And if we hop on a call, I'd love to, or a live demo, I'd love to walk you through there. If they're in person, and once again, when you guys are hopping on a call, guys, the thing you do, you say, what's better for you, tomorrow at 3 o'clock or, Sunday at noon or whatever it is. Just like Jeff says, you give them 2 options. You don't just say, oh, whenever you're free. You just give them 2 options and they'll tell you. If they send a message back and maybe you didn't, and they're a local person and you said, oh, let's hop on a call, they still didn't go there, show up to their place of work, a little bit later. You don't have to bother them, and just walk up to the assistant or whatever and just be like, hey, listen, I had a conversation with Jeff on Facebook Messenger yesterday. We had talked about talking, and then he kind of got distracted. Just let him know I stopped by, and I'd love to talk to him whenever he has a chance. So getting into a phone call, there's a million different ways to do it, but it's essentially you're literally just trying to tell them that they're going to get even more value from you if they can actually hop on a phone call with you.
So do you give them like a Calendly link, or you just say this or that?
So right now I'm at the point where I am sending Calendly links, because it's just like, I personally see like, oh, what time's available for you? Well, this time's available for me. Well, what time's available? You know what I mean? And it just gets annoying. And I'm just like, listen, schedule a time here. Also, I have a Calendly link zapped up with a bunch of different automated reminders with my CRM and stuff like that. So it all just works better if they can start at the Calendly link and we can move forward. It updates my phone automatically. So I do it on my Calendly link. I've heard some people say that, business owners, or I had this one email yesterday, this was my referral. She's like, I sent the Calendly link, and she's like, us older people don't like to use those online scheduling tools. I'm like, okay, well then just fucking send me 10 times I work for you, and I'm going to like message you back. Like, if you're going to be that difficult, you can't click old people don't click 2 buttons.
Right.
But anyway, I was frustrated by that. But yeah, so.
For context for product question, you can use Calendly, you can use Acuity, you can use the other one, schedule ones. Pick the one that you hate the most and just stick with it. All suck.
Jeff hates online calendars. Jeff absolutely hates online calendars.
You tried setting it up. It's just like
it is frustrating. It is very frustrating.
The easiest one is Calendly, but it doesn't do what you think it should, which is the automatic reminders. That's Acuity, which is difficult to use, but doesn't have the franchise-ness of schedule once. So you're screwed no matter what. But just pick one.
Just to be honest with you, Calendly, if you pay $8 a month or $10 a month, you do have automatic reminders, and you can do unlimited text reminders. So I actually have a pro version of Calendly because I think it's the easiest thing out there, and I like simple as stupid. So literally just have it like I have 2 reminders, 24 hours and 12 hours, and an email 24 hours as well. And so that's the way I do it.
Robert says use Acuity because you can actually put a pixel on it, count the leads, create lookalike audiences, all that fun stuff.
You can do the same thing with Calendly if you embed it. That's what I do personally. I embed it in a website page, and I do it for my clients. And that way I can send them like from a lead form to the landing page that has the embedded Calendly in there. And then you can redirect it. If you pay for it, you can redirect it to your thank you page. But yeah, you can use Acuity. Like Jeff said, it doesn't matter.
I just realized JR did that to me. But says, what do you say? What's the general setup? We already talked about that. How do you get them to respond? We talked about the backup plan. And Sarah says, is there a structure you use on every video with call to action wording that you use? So I guess in your videos, do you end it with, yeah, just send it out there. We're best friends. On a bot. Like, how do you end your videos?
So I typically don't try to do like the salesman kind of thing, and I'm not like trying to sell them right there on the phone. I'm just trying to give them value. So typically more often than not, I'll just be like, listen, I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, shoot me a message back. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to be like, yeah, so whenever you're ready to give me your money, give me a call. I just say, yeah, just if this was helpful or you have any questions, shoot me a message back. I'd love to help. And that's kind of how I do it. Sometimes I can be like, would love to sit down in person with you. At the end of the video, I'll be like, I'd love to sit down in person with you and actually show you, if they're a local person, a live demo. Or I'd love to hop on a video call with you and be able to answer any questions you may have. Let me know what your availability looking like tomorrow or the next day. So typically you don't want to leave it open-ended, like, hey, let me know if you have any questions. But it's been my experience that people are a little more receptive to that than if you're like, I'd love to book a call or what's available to talk, whatever that. That's usually what happens when they respond back to me in the original one.
Very cool. There's like 6 people in the room, so I'm going to unmute each one of you. And if you have any questions, you let me know. Amma, you're coming up. Do you have any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, ideas for Ravi?
No, I'm good. Thank you. Thanks a lot for your time, Ravi. Really appreciate that.
Of course, my pleasure. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, I just need the video replay so I can slow it down because you go like 100 miles per hour.
I told Jeff before, I'm just like that's what I get from Greg Cardone too. I talk so fast and I'm so passionate about this stuff that I go crazy with it. So you are right.
It shows, but it's good. It's infectious.
2 times or 3 times slow, you can listen to it. I'm sorry. People tell me that all the time, and I'm trying to work on it, honestly.
No worries. Your enthusiasm is infectious, so that's cool.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
I know that you're driving, so I'm not going to unmute you. You can always send a PM later. Are you there? Maybe?
Oh, yo. Hey, man.
Ask your question, buddy.
Yeah. So how many of these videos would you whip out in one day?
When I was starting this and I had more time than money, I was doing probably 30 to 40 a day. As I kind of got to the point where it was like, all right, like I need to start building systems and processes so that I can handle all these people that I'm getting from this method. I try to just do bare minimum 5 a day, but it's literally that, like I just said, if you don't have clients and you don't have money, then you have time. So, and in my personal experience, I'm a little biased. This is one of the number one, if not the number one outreach method. And so I would just predominantly put and I have back-end stuff that's going automation, doing like, LinkedIn cold outreach. But like just me personally, what I do every day, I'd shoot for bare minimum 5. But when I was just starting and everyone talks about how I get 10K in 10 days, I was shooting about 30 every single morning.
Damn, nice. Awesome.
Very cool.
How are you doing, sir? Good. How are you guys doing? Good, great.
Prada, you're coming up. You there?
Ravi, hey Ravi, thank you for everything. Really appreciate the training you're doing here. One question I wanted to ask you, and it may be relative to each person, is what kind of response rates are you getting in the last couple of weeks? That I know that you're more experienced doing this, and if you can give us kind of like a what's been looking for you as far as response rate.
So yeah, I'm a little more seasoned, but I don't think that matters too much, to be honest with you. I would say I probably get at least a 50% response rate from somebody saying something back, whether just like thanks or something like that. At least get a 50%. What it turns into appointments, maybe 30%. But that's still a better response rate and appointment rate than anything else I know out there. And for me personally, it's like, I don't measure necessarily the number of percentages of what it is. I'm just like, listen, I don't spend time doing that because I'm too busy shooting these videos and sending them out. Yeah. So literally spend 7 days and shoot 30 a day and see if this is a method that works for you. But I guarantee you'll get, if you do 7 days at 30 a day, you will get sooner 10 videos, you'll get 1 client from it. So.
And the last question is, have you done niche down? I mean, do you niche on one particular industry and shoot the videos on one industry or not?
Yeah, so I personally, I'm at the point, like, I was in the beginning general doing a bunch of different industries, but I'm actually at the point now where I specifically do real estate. I'll take somebody on elsewhere if they really want me to, if I get a referral. But as far as what I'm sending videos out to, I do real estate. It's a really hard industry to be in, but the nice thing about the Rubby videos is every real estate agent is on their Facebook page 100 times a day, and they can respond really quickly. But I only niched down about a month ago. Before that, I was doing this across every industry. The only caveat being, once again, those medical industry, like doctors, the people, dentists, they're not necessarily running their Facebook page. So maybe do the same method, but start on like email or something that you're going to look a little more at.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Chris, you on the line?
I feel like we're like, who wants to be a millionaire?
Well, babe, it's all good. It's all good to do something different. You know what I mean? So.
Chris, what's up? What's your question?
Yeah, why not? You know.
Chris, we can hear you.
So yeah, I can't wait to see you.
In general, you can't see.
My eyes are half closed.
Okay,
but that doesn't mean no. Why are you trying to knock me off, man? What's the deal?
What's your question? What's your question? What we're asking.
Okay.
All right. All right. Good talk.
Gosh, man. All right. Well, you know, I'll let you go.
Okay.
And quick to finger me off, boy. All right, babe. Well, you know, have a good walk and safe journey, and speak to you.
Okay. Chris, this is being recorded, so now you know.
I think he's on the phone with his girlfriend or something. Oh my God. I hope he wasn't speaking to us. He called us babe. I was like, how do they do? Sounds like he's from London or England. I don't know.
Funny. No, I think he got like his calls and his Zoom mixed up. Like he was on the phone, but Zoom was still in the background. That's hilarious.
That was funny. It's like, what the hell?
Who is Brain Trust Interactive? Because you are now off mute. So you got a question? Maybe?
This is sketchy. It's just the government. Or is this someone stealing our content?
And last call, Fabricio, you there?
Fabricio.
Nope. All right, then. Bobby, thanks for your time. I'm going to send you a copy. Everybody, thanks so much.
Please do. Thank you, guys. Good luck.
Woo! What is going on, ass fam? Someone hashtagged that the other day, and just don't click on the hashtag is all I have to say. Anyway, I guess I'll wait just a few seconds for anybody to get on here. I know it's probably really early, especially for my friends on the West Coast. I'm just going to go ahead and start. So I just wanted to reach out because I've been talking to Brett Watts, another gentleman in this group, about some success I've been having with a method lately. And I wanted to share it with you guys. So as always, just ask me any questions as I'm going through this if you have any. But anyway, so this morning, right? Yeah, Jeff! This morning, and for the past few days, what I have been doing that has been insane, you guys, is I literally have been going on Facebook. This is my prospecting methods I've been doing right now. I have been going on Facebook like I usually do every day. I'm sure all of us spend – what's up, Robert? I'm sure all of us spend a stupid amount on Facebook all day long. And as I'm going down, I see ads, right? And a lot of them are local ads and local businesses. And so what I do is as soon as I see an ad, there's a software called Loom, L-O-O-M. It's a Google Chrome extension that you can put into your browser. And you can start a screen share video with a little circle on the bottom that's like your face. You can do it, and you start it in 2 seconds, and you can have it going it literally takes about 30 seconds to install, and it's 2 seconds to start a video. So you can shoot an entire video. What's up, Kevin? You can shoot an entire video in a minute and send it out to somebody. And so this morning I saw 2 ads. I sent 2 videos, and I'm telling you guys, I got a response within 3 minutes from a business owner that messaged me back and said, hey, this is exactly what I want to do. Let's schedule a meeting. And then I just told Brett Watts this. I literally sent the video out. I wish I could screen share here. I don't know how to do it, but sent the video out at 8:16 a.m. at 8:20 a.m., I get a messenger audio from the lady that I had sent this video to. And she goes, I'm like, hello, this is Ravi. She's like, you are a badass. I'm like, wow, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I was like, why am I a badass? She's like, that's exactly what I want to do. And pretty much, yeah, I'll show you those. I'll put those videos in here. But just to give you a rough idea of what I did was essentially I was like, hey, for one of them, it was a community. I live in a really kind of upscale area, and it was like a luxury community that was being built, and it was a send message ad, and I got hit with the ad. And I was like, that's what I'm saying, right? So I literally got hit with the ad, and it said, send message, new beautiful community, houses starting at, $1 million plus. And so I just sent her a message. I was like, hey, her name's Kelly. I was like, hey, Kelly, just so you know, I love the community. I've seen pictures of it before. I know you guys are doing a great job, but I am probably not your target demographic. Even if I could afford it, I believe in the 80-20 rule, and like you should probably, these are second homes, and so you really be targeting people 40 years of age or older. And then I actually took it a step further, guys, because I'm an overachiever like that, and I even created took me 30 seconds to make a quick little squeeze page, and I literally created a squeeze page that said like what I would do if I was working with her, and sent her the video. I think it was 1.5 minutes total, and I literally got, what's up, Fabricio and Matt? Literally got a response right away. I've been doing this for 2 days now, and I showed Brett again yesterday. I sent one to a fitness studio yesterday because I saw they were doing a giveaway, but it was at the bottom of their website. You had to literally scroll all the way down, and the instructions on the thing were Google Top Dog Fitness, then click on the website, then scroll to the bottom. I was like, you guys can't do that. People don't want that in today's day and age. You need a link that goes directly to it, and you need to capture their information. And I did it, and there was no automatic email or automatic text message. So sent them that video as well, and they messaged me back within 45 seconds and said, hey, with clients right now, can we talk later? That was yesterday. They sent me a text and rescheduled it to today, so I have a phone call with them in about 1.5 hours. But anyway, just wanted to get on here really quickly and let you guys know that I'm sorry if I'm talking fast. I drink a lot of espresso in the morning. But this method, I'm not going to say, you'll get the same results as me, but if it's worth a try with this Loom Chrome extension, you can do a video in like fucking 2 seconds. You can create it. So I will put the video on here. Does anybody have any questions before I hop off here? I'll put the video on here so everybody knows. But yeah, probably one of the best methods of prospecting. It's literally like a personalized message for somebody, and so it's not just like a cold. So it's almost as good as going to a network event. Obviously, it's better face to face. Throat choking distance is best, but this is a lot quicker. Brett, you can be more like me, and I'll teach you how. But this will be a lot quicker, and this way you can literally show them what you would do if you were with them. So if you guys don't have clients right now, you're looking for clients, then you probably have time. And so you should be doing this 80% of your day, and then 20% of it should be, taking care of your current clients. So that's it. That's everything. I will attach in this video, I guess, the links to my videos, and I might even throw the screenshots of the phone call so you guys know I'm not full of shit. But anyway, I hope you guys fucking crush today. It's a fantastic start of the day to me, and I will talk to you all soon. Brian, what is going on, man? My name is Ravi Abuvala. I run a Facebook ads lead generation agency. I'm a graduate of Florida State. I lived in Tallahassee for a good bit of my life. And so I'm part of Tallahassee Small Businesses Network. I saw you had posted this in there, and I just wanted to let you know I love the idea for this. I've worked with a lot of law firms before, and this is a great, great idea. But what I would just recommend, Brian, is have it on like a little bit of a squeeze page. So if they actually want more information on this about what are the 5 legal mistakes, instead of giving it out for free, you don't want to give your best stuff out for free. What you want to do is capture their full name, their email, and their phone number. And that way you know that this small business, if they want this guide or this video series by the top 5 mistakes small businesses make, then they have to enter their information in. They're probably looking for legal help, or they need legal help. And with a good follow-up and a good little email series after that, you can see a pretty strong increase in number of new clients and some higher retention rates from this. So just wanted to let you know I've had a handshake deal. I did that when I started my business, and it hurt me very much. So I love the idea. Keep the content coming. Just a thought. Let me know what you think. Hey, Kelly, and everyone else this may concern. My name is Ravi Buvala. I run a Facebook advertising agency, actually based out of here, Santa Rosa Beach. And I was scrolling on my news feed this morning, and I actually saw this post about the Ridgewalk homes, and kind of checking them out and getting directions and sending you guys a message or calling now. First of all, absolutely gorgeous homes. I work a lot with realtors in the luxury market and new construction projects. So I've seen these before. I've actually talked to one of my clients down here about promoting it before. They're absolutely gorgeous. My thoughts are just wanted a few tips. Number one, I saw this in my newsfeed. I'm 24 years old. I don't think that I'm going to be probably your target demographic of people that are that are looking for these homes. Number one, that can afford it too, you know. So I would probably start around the 40 age range and above. These are probably going to be second homes for people or investment properties. Although I do remember it saying no short-term rentals. So maybe it's just a second home for people. So I would probably say what I've done for my luxury agents down here and in other markets that have worked really well is I actually am not necessarily targeting the area that it's in. If I do that, how I do it is I actually say, hey, do you know someone looking for a home? Because maybe a neighbor or someone around here might know about it. But I typically target the feeder markets. I'm targeting people over the age of 40, and I'm targeting people that are making $250,000 or more a year. So I just wanted to give you that quick little piece of advice. Also, instead of just a send message, maybe if you want someone to get a little more information on it, like an email series, a walkthrough, schedule a call. I create sales funnels like these too. And it's just like, welcome to Ridgewalk at Santa Rosa Beach. Enter your information below to view this community. And then they have to enter their first name, last name, email, and phone number. And that information is instantly sent to you so that you guys can follow up with this prospective lead. And that way you actually know who's viewing your stuff. You can capture their information. You can follow them up automatically with an email series or, throw them into your CRM or however else you want to do it. But anyway, just saw this on my news feed. I see these are the ads you guys are running, and I just wanted to throw this out there. Let me know if you have any questions on anything. I'd be more than happy to help. Thanks.
My name is Patty. I'm a Facebook ad strategist based in Morristown. I also grew up in Peapack, Gladstone, so I'm very familiar with Chester and I'm pretty local to your yoga studio. I just wanted to do a quick video and introduce myself versus writing, a whole long email, and just provide some insights and tips based on what I'm seeing on your website and your Facebook page. So the first thing that I see on your website is that the Facebook pixel is missing. The Facebook pixel is a code that you get from Facebook and you put it on your website, and it tracks everyone who lands on your website. That could be from Google, from Yelp, from Facebook, whatever it is. It's tracking everyone who lands on your website. And the reason that's powerful is because in the future, you can run ads to people who have landed on your website and send them special offers or promotions because they're obviously a warm audience. They're on your website for a reason. They want to learn more about your yoga studio and your classes and all that. So you want to be able to track them so that you can target them in the future. If you have any questions about how to set that up, just let me know and I'd be more than happy to help. I did see that you guys are running a Yelp ad, and I was curious about how that's working for you guys. I've heard from local business owners that Yelp ads can be a bit pricey compared to other options. What I do for my clients is I set up Facebook ads for them. So I did notice that you have an intro unlimited 3 weeks for $54. And that's an offer you're currently doing at the moment. I'm curious about whether you've done Groupon or any other sort of thing. But like I said, what I do for clients is I take their offer and I run a Facebook ad with it. So the Facebook ad would say something like, very specific to your target audience. They would click on the ad for this $54 offer. And it's actually going to take them to a very simple landing page where they can get the offer, the voucher or the class pass, however you want to word it. This is what I also create for clients. I just did a quick mock-up for you for your unlimited 3-week class package. They will you can switch out the photos and stuff, and we'll obviously switch all this out to really match what you're doing. But they come on the page, they click give me my voucher, they type in their name, their email, and their phone number, and now you've got their contact info as well. So you can reach out to them with special promotions or asking them when they're going to come into the studio or when they want to schedule their first class. This page would also have the Facebook pixel, so it would be tracking everyone who gets onto this page, so that even if someone doesn't get the voucher, you can run ads to them in the future saying something like, hey, we only have 10 vouchers left, make sure to get yours, before we run out, or something along those lines. So like I said, that's really what I help my clients do, is create targeted Facebook ad campaigns so that you can get anywhere from 20 to 30 customer opportunities per month. And these are high quality people, not freebie seekers or discount seekers like you might get on Groupon, let's say. If you've got any questions about the landing page or how to set up a Facebook ad for your business, or Facebook strategy in general, I'm here to help. I'd love to chat with you guys. You can just respond to this message. You can give me a call at 908-342-4073. Like I said, I'm pretty local, so we could even set up an in-person meeting if you want. And hopefully that was helpful. If you've got any questions, like I said, let me know, and hopefully I will hear from you soon. Bye. Thanks for watching. My name is Patty. I'm a Facebook ad strategist based in Morristown, New Jersey. I wanted to do a quick video and screen share versus writing everything in an email, and just quickly introduce myself and also do an audit on your Groupon website and Facebook page, and provide some tips and insight. Take it or leave it. I just hope it's valuable and helpful to you. So I'm on your website. I love the logo. I love the branding. The first thing I see is that you have the Facebook pixel installed, which is awesome. I commend you for that, because so many local business owners with websites, especially fitness-based businesses, don't have the pixel installed, and they really should have the pixel installed. As you know, I'm sure you can retarget anyone who lands on this website with your pixel. So I did go over to your Facebook page, and I noticed you're not running any ads at the moment. And I wanted to ask you, if you've ran ads in the past, what has been your ROI on ads? Because if you have the pixel installed, I'm assuming maybe you've done a few ads previously. I did also find you guys on Groupon. So I see that you're doing a 5-class package for $55. I also saw on your website that you have an intro offer for $89 for an unlimited month, which both are good offers. And you've got 1 month unlimited for $75 on Groupon. So as I'm sure you know, the thing with Groupon is that you have to discount your offers, like you did here, and Groupon gets a big cut. And you sometimes end up getting discount seekers, which no one wants. You want high quality people coming in the door. What I recommend to my clients is transitioning their offers from Groupon over to Facebook. There's just a lot more capabilities within Facebook for ads, like targeting, and getting those high quality people, not just, putting the offer on Groupon and hoping people buy it. Though I see your deal does end in a day. So you've got 5 stars. So you guys are doing well on Groupon. So I'm just curious about whether you've done this on Facebook. What I do for clients, like I said, is I take the offer and create a Facebook ad with the offer. It's very similar to Groupon in that, like, instead of clicking buy, they're going to click on the ad, and they actually land on this very simple landing page that I create for clients. I just quickly mocked this up for you. And they can click this button, give me my voucher. They send you their name, email, phone number. So now you've got their contact info, and they've got a voucher to come into your studio. You can change this up. I just put your 5-class Groupon offer in here. I just added some things. I'm not sure what you provide for people who are new clients, but you would just want to list that out so that they know what they're getting, and it just entices them a little bit more. And then put something that creates a sense of urgency. So only 37 vouchers left. Give me my voucher. The cool thing about creating a landing page like this too versus Groupon is that you can put a Facebook pixel on this landing page. So anyone who lands on this, you can retarget them with ads in the future. So maybe they don't get the voucher. You can run an ad to those people, and it could be something like, hey, did you not get your voucher yet? There's only 10 left. Make sure to get yours today, something along those lines. And the landing page just provides something that's simple, quick, and easy for people to click, give me my voucher, versus going to a website where they can get distracted. They can look at your schedule. They could look at your group class schedule. They could read all of these things, and then they end up forgetting, why they are even there in the first place. If you have any questions about how to set up a system within Facebook and kind of transition from Groupon to Facebook, or anything related to Facebook ad strategy, I'm here to help. You can ask me any questions at all. You can respond to this email or give me a call at 908-342-4073. And hopefully we can continue the conversation. Thanks for watching and hope to talk to you soon. Bye.